Good morning, everybody. I thought I'd take just a moment and try to post a video to our COM 3928 course. Let's talk a little bit about what's happened to date, getting everybody back up to speed. Of course, we had our first assignment. SPSS seems to be quite a bit of trouble for some and not for others. I know some of that may be through the VMware, so I'm working on that. Also, I'm trying to see if there's not a way for some of you that we couldn't get a trial offer, maybe free. I'm going to check into that, or possibly a very reduced cost on the actual SPSS software that you could put on your computers. Then there would be none of this VMware login issue. That said, the assignments came in. Probably half of the class did a pretty good job of understanding what to do. Others of you are struggling. That's okay. Sometimes SPSS isn't the most easy off the front, and we'll have to learn together how to do it. What is important with SPSS is that you're able to think conceptually about what is happening. With the descriptive statistics, what I always think of in research first, if I get back a survey and I've got 300 or 400 people that have responded to me, I think about first descriptive statistics as telling my audience, as I write my research, who is this group of people? That's all I'm trying to do, is describe this group of people to others, and that's how we describe them. Of course, what are some of the common indicators? What are the age groupings of these individuals? What's the gender split of these individuals? Education, of course, is always important. Income strats can be important, high stratosphere income, low. So we try to paint the best picture we can of who this audience is who completed the survey. That's describing them. That's descriptive statistics. Later in the course, we'll talk about nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio variables. But right now, I think what I like to think about most with descriptive statistics is categorical or continuous. I touched on that a little bit in the first assignment. We talked about the fact categorical means it has to fit in a bucket. We have gender, it's got to be male or it's got to be female in most cases, correct? And some of you, I saw in the assignments, did put up a mean score for a categorical variable. I'm sorry, but there can't be a 1.2 male. They're all males or they're all females. You got to put them in buckets. Same with education. There isn't an average among those different educational areas. It's either you're a high school graduate, college graduate, graduate degree, or postdoc doctoral. You've got to fit in one of the four buckets. Does that make sense? And then the last type of variable we discussed was continuous. And that was about the fact it can spread across a long line. A lot of time, age, of course, is what we talked about. It can go from anything north of 0 to maybe 100. I just saw a woman in the news, 116. So we've got a spread. Now, the spread between the highest and lowest numbers is the range. The median is the mean. Mean score is the average score. That'd be the average of all the numbers combined, right? Median is the number in the middle of all the numbers, and modal is the number that occurs most. So we might see, out of all the people that reported, most of the people, I think the mean was 37. So let's say most of the people, the largest number of reported people, said they were 37. So that would be the highest modal score. So really what we think about this is continuous. We think about mean, median, mode, and range would be a good way to describe on a continuous variable. On categorical variables, we would talk about percentages of the whole. And we also might talk about frequencies, which would simply mean there were 112 males, which constituted X% of the whole, and there might have been 89 females, which constitutes X% of the whole. I would like to ask you to think more about it conceptually, and then I'll also post a couple thoughts on the next assignment, which is normality and why that's important. Thank you.